Today, guys, I want to share 5 stop drinking hacks with you. How can you make your journey faster, simpler, and more direct? If you're trying to stop drinking, or if you've already stopped drinking, these hacks can just make things so much more straightforward in your life. You guys are gonna love this. Make sure to watch all 5. Stay tuned. Hey guys, Leon Sylvester here from SoberClear.com. Now, just before we get into the video, if you want to get access to the new video training showing you how to apply first principles thinking to get 100% control of your drinking, then make sure to click the link in the description. In that video, I'll be talking to you about how I discovered first principles thinking. I'll be taking you through 5 mistakes that 95% of drinkers make, as well as the 2 phases that you need to go through to become sober clear. So make sure to check that video out after this one. So the first hack that I've got for you guys is to ignore society. Now, while I say that these are hacks, they're all revolved around mindset, they're all revolved around the way that you view alcohol and the way that you view things. So just bear that in mind. These aren't necessarily tools, but they're more like mindset hacks. They're shifts in your thinking. So like I said, the first thing is all about ignoring pretty much everybody. Now, the problem is when people try to stop drinking is they get information from people that view alcohol as a good thing. The number of people that I've worked with in the Sober Clear program that have had therapists that actually drink alcohol is astounding. And the reason why they go to these therapists is to solve alcohol issues. Now, I'm not saying that therapy doesn't have value. Of course it has value. But if you're going to a person to solve a specific problem, the outcome that you want from investing in this therapist is to not drink. And that person is actually a drinker and they see alcohol as a good thing. They see it as something that provides benefit to them. How is that person going to be able to help you develop a worldview where you see it for what it is? And the same can go for doctors. A lot of the time we'll go to doctors and doctors will tell us, why don't you try the recommended daily allowance? What type of advice is that? The doctor knows that you're not going to take that advice. Nobody's going to take that advice. And the problem is quite often that doctor drinks. That doctor sees alcohol as a good thing. Not saying that doctor's advice is bad by any means. This is not medical advice. This video is more about telling you that you need to ignore this worldview. When I say you need to ignore these people, you need to ignore this worldview that alcohol is a good thing. And when people start giving you this information and when they start telling you, maybe you should try moderation, maybe you're an alcoholic, maybe you're the problem, alcohol is a good thing, you should try cutting down, just have 1 or 2. You need to recognize these inputs very quickly and you need to go, wait a minute. I see what's going on here. This person sees alcohol as a good thing and that's why they're telling me this information. When you're in a pub and somebody says, go on, have just 1 drink, just have 1 drink, that is not them basically giving you permission to drink. They're not trying to do it to give you a good time. They're not trying to do it to enhance your life. What that individual is doing is they see alcohol as a good thing. So a lot of the time, they actually think they're doing you a favor. That's the first thing. And the second time is that often when you don't drink and you're around other drinkers, that makes them feel pretty uncomfortable. So when all of these inputs are going into your mind, you need awareness. And that is the best hack. One of the best hacks ever is being able to see these people, being able to quickly recognize what is going on and being able to have awareness and just kind of go, whoa, I see what's going on here. That is like a little bit of a hack. You'll be going past a bar and you'll see a bunch of drinkers and you'll go, well, these people clearly think that it's actually doing something for them. And you're able to go, but does it really? So that's the first thing. Now, the second hack that I've got for you is applying first principles thinking. Now, I'm going to touch on first principles thinking. Now, there is a video in the description for you to watch that explains the first principles mental model in a bit more detail. Do make sure to check that video out after this one. But just briefly to put it, first principles thinking is an ancient problem-solving technique, and it's been used for thousands of years to solve extremely complex problems. And what you essentially do when you apply first principles thinking is you break down all the component parts of a problem before putting them back together and creating a new paradigm, creating a new worldview. And what happens when you do this is you get original solutions to problems. Now, this is a hack. It's a hack to solve any problem in life. And it's not just relevant to alcohol. Applying first principles thinking and reasoning from first principles, it can help you in business, in relationships, it can help you in health, it can help you in every area of your life. So when it comes to stopping drinking, what you do is you systematically dissect everything that you think you know about alcohol. That means that you've got to buy the books, you've got to take the courses, you've got to watch the YouTube videos, listen to the podcast. And what you're essentially doing is you're doing a lot of study, a lot of introspection about why you hold on to the idea that alcohol is still serving you. Which part of the puzzle is holding you back? And the only way to do that is through getting new information, building a new worldview and looking at things piece by piece. And what you do is, and I've said this in a video before, but it's like getting all these different pieces of a jigsaw. And when you're able to get them all and then you put them together, you build a jigsaw, right? You build a new paradigm, a new worldview, and you start to see things in a different way. Because most people's mind when it comes to alcohol, it's so jumbled up, it's so messed up from information that they've got from people around them, information that they've got from marketing, information that they've got from the news about when these studies pop up that say wine is filled with antioxidants and helps you live longer, all this nonsense. This is the problem, is you've got all of this information and you need to use first principles thinking to essentially put it all together and build a new worldview where you see alcohol for what it is. And that is a great mindset hack. So like I said, you can join the Sober Clear program, you can buy books, you can watch YouTube videos, and really do a lot of introspection. You've got to go deep, you've got to look at this information and really question what beliefs you're holding on to. That will change absolutely everything. It changed everything in my life, everything in my drinking patterns, and all the people in the Sober Clear program that have applied this mental model. They're into this state of mind now where they see it for what it is. They can just get on with their life. So that is a big thing. Now, the third hack that I've got for you, and this is something that when people join the Sober Clear program, I always get them to uncover their why they're committed to doing the program, why they're committed to going through first principles thinking, why they're committed to showing up to coaching calls and doing this stuff. What is your why? And really, you want to write this down. You want to get a piece of paper and write down why you were committed to not drinking. What is your why? Is it your family? Is it your health? Do you want to live longer? Do you want to be happier? Do you want more energy? Do you want more confidence? Do you want to get a better relationship? Do you want to have children and a family? What is your why? Why are you doing this? Because if you're doing this just to sit around in front of the couch, sit in front of the couch and watch Netflix all day, sorry, but this channel is probably not for you. You know, there's probably other things out there that you may enjoy, but you know, having that mentality of feeling like, oh, what's the point? It did nothing to serve me. And if anything, that mentality kept me stuck. Every time that I tried to stop drinking and I had this negative mindset of poor me, boo-hoo, I'm giving everything up, it did nothing to serve me. But understanding my why, and I'll be really honest with you guys, I'm going to share my why with you right now. My why, my big thing, and the thing that terrified me was getting to 90 years of age and I'm dying, right? So I'm in my deathbed. I mean, it's going to happen one day, right? So let's just talk about it. And I've got my family around, my children around, my grandchildren around, hopefully my great-grandchildren around, and I'm there. And what fills me with dread is saying that I didn't do everything I could. I lived an unfulfilling life. And no matter, it doesn't matter, so I made mistakes in the past, but I changed. I made a decision to make a big change. And hopefully, you know, the path that I'm on right now, I am pushing things to the edge. I'm really trying to live life on the knife's edge and really just go full steam ahead. And my fear is that I get to 90 and I look back and I go, I really didn't make, like, I didn't go all out. I didn't go all in, all out, whatever you want to call it. That fills me with dread, and that's my why. My why is really I want to just push things as hard as I physically can. And drinking did nothing to help me get to that level. So you need to uncover your why, and that might be your why as well. And if it is, I commend you. You're awesome. Push life to the knife's edge. What a great reason to live. What a great reason to do things, you know, to just contribute as much as you humanly can and just live life on your terms the best you can. What a great mission in life. What a great way to live your life. If you ask me, I'm biased, right? But that was my thing. That was my why. And that fueled me. That really fueled me to finding a solution. That fueled me to launching myself to a better life, trying to build this business, doing all this cool stuff, moving to Thailand. This why launched me because I'm going all in. I'm going all into my life. Exciting stuff, and it's a great mindset hack for you to see. So write it down or try to uncover your why. Now, the next mindset hack is about creating a vision. And this kind of ties into your why. So your why is the big motivator that's gonna kind of fuel your future. But the next step is to really define the future, is to create a vision, is to create something to aim towards. This, what is the ideal life? If you could have a magic wand and wave your magic wand, what would you do? Would you go to live in Asia? You know, would you start your own business? Would you have a family? What is the vision? What are you aiming towards? And I mean, I've said this in previous videos before, but if you don't have a vision, press pause right now and start writing about what is next. What do you really want? If you could have anything, what would it be? If your life was a 10 out of 10 in health, in relationships, you know, in your business, in your career, your spirituality, your hobbies, if it was a 10 out of 10, how would it look? What would it look like? And you want to define it. You want to get it down on paper, and you really want to build a vision of something to aim towards. That will excite you. That gets me fired up talking about it, because aiming for something bigger, aiming for something greater is an amazing hack when you're trying to stop drinking. It's unbelievable. It will change everything. Having something to aim towards. I'm getting excited talking about this stuff because it will change everything in your life. You guys will love that. Now, the fifth thing that I want to talk to you guys about is about having support. This is a hack. It's maybe not necessarily a mindset hack, but you want to find support. You want to find a support network, and that's one of the great things about AA. Now, I know there's a lot of flaws in the program. There's a lot of things that I don't necessarily agree with, but the one thing that I did like is the support network. There are very good people that go to AA meetings. There are very nice people and they want to do things and they want to live a great life, away from alcohol, which is awesome. And you need to find support. What's the point of doing this kind of stuff alone? Find like-minded individuals, and you want to build relationships that don't revolve around alcohol. Some people will find that in AA. I find that I meet people in a gym, or I might meet people in a coffee shop. And I'll make friends that way, and I'll find people with common interests, and then they might introduce me to a friend. But all of the relationships that I've got now, 0 of them revolve around alcohol. I've got some friends that will go out and drink when we go out, but I'm just not bothered by that anymore. It just means it's the same as them drinking water. I just don't care. But the actual friendships and when I spend time with my friends, we're doing things that we have mutual interests in. So, we might be traveling together, or we might be playing pool, or not that I'm any good at pool. We might be going to the gym together. We might be working on projects together. We might be just having conversations about life in general. So these are just, they're not activities that revolve around alcohol. They're real relationships. And, you guys can join the Sober Clear program. You are more than welcome to join the Sober Clear program. It's filled with entrepreneurs, it's filled with professionals, and it's filled with people that are in 100% control of their drinking and really moving forward. That is an option for you as well. I'll link you to some information about the program in the description. If you want to apply to join that, be my guest. And guys, if you click the videos on the screen now, you can learn more about the one thing that got me to stop drinking forever, as well as a video about alcohol and anxiety. Thanks a lot.